on Colonial Sports Center.
Hello and welcome to Colonial Sports Center. I'm Cam Wickline. This is Casey Erline. How
Cam,
you doing?
I'm just excited to be back here. You know, you have all waited a long few months to see our two beautiful faces here to talk about Colonial Sports. Cam, what we got today? Wait.
No,
No,
I didn't.
we're going to move past what you just did.
I promise I didn't just do
Okay,
that. No.
okay.
We got a loaded schedule. We got some volleyball to talk about, a little bit of golf. But the big thing that everyone wants to see, we have a very special man in-house today for an interview. Made a crazy play. I guarantee you saw it. Even if you didn't, you will see it a little bit later.
Yeah, and it is something you do not want to miss, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Right now, we're going to start with women's soccer, as recently they played the Akron Zips here at Robert Morris University, coming off their game versus WVU the other day. You know, it just finished a few hours ago. It's our breaking news of the night. Now, this matchup is dating back to 2001, and RMU got their first win over the Zips ever last season. 3-0 with Malia Kearns getting one goal and Induka getting two herself. Now today, let's see if they can keep their first streak ever against Akron. And you can see here a 0-0 draw here, a defensive game all around, not too much attacking action. RMU did have 9 shots, but only 3 needed a save from the Zips keeper. You can see here Brenna Murray, 2 saves, Shauna Gamble, 2 shots on goal for Akron, Robert Morris, Olivia Heskett, shot on goal, and not too much there. Colonials now are going to move on to Dartmouth at 1 p.m. this Sunday. So Steelers will be on, but I trust you. If you want to see a good game, see this one.
Now on to the big news of the weekend. Football went up to Utah State, up to Logan, Utah, to take on Utah State. They have never met before. RMU walked in there as 30.5-point underdogs, according to Vegas. I can tell you one thing, there were a lot of sad Utah State fans walking out of there. It was a fantastic game. Let's get to those highlights. We are going to start off here in the first quarter, 3rd and 5. Spencer Petras used to be at Iowa, gets intercepted by Tyrese Harvey.
And you can see here, it was a slip, and Harvey was on it. You could tell here in the run, though, he was not used to the ball in his hand. But right here, what a start for Robert Morris. Pass here, slip. Harvey, he gets the interception to start the season off for Robert Morris. Almost loses it to a punch, as I said. Not used to the ball in his hands, but what a start for RMU.
Moving up a little more, 2nd and 5. Now at the RMU 27, Spencer Petras. I can tell why he's not a Power 5 quarterback anymore. He's going to throw his 2nd interception here, and what do you know? Tyrese Harvey yet again.
It was that man once again. At first, it was the pressure by Lucas Lambert, a local guy from Cranberry Township. You can see right here, comes in, hits him right there, causes the throw to be off, and Harvey was all over it once again, read the QB's eyes perfectly, and RMU off to a stunning start.
4th and 3 at the Utah 26. RMU trying to get into the red zone. 4th and 3. Chickett is going to find his man Chaz Middleton here and come up just a bit short. 2-yard gain, not enough to keep the drive going.
Coach Clark taking risk early, but didn't work out right there.
Now 3rd and 5. Spencer Petras is going to find Kyrese White going right across the middle for what ends up being a 57-yard touchdown. Those locks flowing in the wind. RMU down 7-0.
Colonials got beat on the delayed slant right there, but some elite speed led them onto an express ticket to the end zone.
The Colonials want to show they can do it too. Chickett finds Cole Mitchell here for the touchdown. He's going to lay the boom right before getting into the end zone. 7-7 tie ball game.
What a play right here. An all or nothing play. You can see either Chickett's getting slammed or they take the bait, and what do you know? They bite on that one. Cole Mitchell, touchdown after that bam of a shoulder, and RMU ties it up.
2nd and 10 at the RMU 25. Here's going to come a big run from Tyvon Edwards Jr. 17-yard run. I'd be willing to bet we're going to hear his name a lot this year.
Big running play for RMU.
Now 3rd and 1. Delvecchio Powell makes an 11-yard or a 31-yard run for the touchdown here.
Yeah, what a run here. He found the hole, a sweet little spin right here, and he's rumbling and tumbling down the sideline. Does he have the speed? No, but he had the stiff arm. He said, "Get off me," for the touchdown.
Now just take a listen to this.
1st down. Barnes Barnes wants to go deep, and good coverage.
Whoa!
Are you
kidding me?
Holy smokes. That Carter, he one-handed that.
Rob Carter with, honestly, the catch of a lifetime. I've seen the Odell catch. I've seen crazy Justin Jefferson catches. I take this one every day. Spinning? Are you kidding me with the one hand?
The athletic ability to do what he just did on a play like that, unbelievable. The 5'10" corner out of Danville, Georgia. Oh my goodness.
I saw this play on
action.
I saw this play on Bleacher Report. I saw this play on ESPN. I saw this play absolutely everywhere, and for good reason. This genuinely is the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Possibly the greatest play in RMU football program history with this one. The entire nation saw this play. You can see here, Bleacher Report, Sports Center, Overtime, 31.8 million views on TikTok. That is truly something that's going to rot your brain with how insane of a catch that was, and we'll be talking to him in a little bit, Cam.
I don't know how anyone could not think that catch is the greatest thing you've ever seen. Now, on to the third quarter. RMU went into half leading 14-10, but Bryson Barnes is going to go for a 53-yard touchdown here for Utah State. Up to 17 to 14, Utah State takes the lead that they would never relinquish. That being said, a lot of sad bettors coming out of this one. RMU and FCS school, Utah State FBS. This is not the kind of game they were expecting. RMU should not be hanging their heads for the way they played this game. If anything, I think it should be celebrated. This was a crazy game.
Yeah, what a start to the season here. Lost by over a couple touchdowns. But with that kind of start, with that kind of play, the hype for RMU football has never been higher.
I'm so excited to watch this team this year. They're finally back in the NEC where, honestly, it's exactly where they belong. They're finally going to get to play Duquesne again this year. And I'll tell you what, Duquesne's got to be quaking in their boots after seeing some of that.
Yeah, they'll be scared. And speaking of exactly where they belong, this is exactly where you belong, because we will be talking to Rob Carter Jr. in just a little bit. So stick around here on Colonial Sports Center.
Want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. I think it's really important for people to know that trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. Like any parent, we love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
Wait, not in the toilet.
No, don't do that. No.
Don't hit your brother. Oh.
Not again.
What did I tell you about playing in the mud?
Raffy, not so close to the pool. Wait!
Frankie, Tabby. What are you doing? We told you never to touch the gun!
I'm sorry, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
You could have hurt yourself!
Safely store your guns, unload, lock, and away from ammo.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. Now, I know you've been waiting for a really long 2 minutes there, but finally it's here, the exclusive interview with Rob Carter Jr., the overnight sensation in NCAA football. Our guy, Amir Keasley, is sitting down right now with the superstar. Amir, take us away.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amir Keasley, and today we're thrilled to have the one and only Rob Carter Jr. with us today. Rob recently has made waves in college football with an unforgettable catch that has everyone talking. We're excited to break down that moment and discuss what's next. Welcome to the show, Rob. We're glad to have you.
Thank y'all, and I'm just blessed to be here.
Appreciate it. So let's get started. So first off, I just wanted to ask you your thought process on that play. Can you take me through that play and just what you were thinking and feeling as the play was progressing?
Being a football player, you film study that's the number one thing, and just being able to study what they was gonna do at that time, it just let me be able to make that play. Like they don't run curls at 12. He was more at 16, so there's only one other route he can run. It was either he had to run the post, so I just went ahead and ran it for him. And going up, like, as people heard, like, I broke my finger, broke my hand. Like, I didn't want to hurt it any more than what it already was, so I just went ahead and grabbed it with one hand, and I couldn't land on it, so I just did the turn, and it just all happened simultaneously.
And can you tell us a little bit more about the hand injury you were saying? Is there any way that might hinder your progress during the year, or is it not really an issue at the moment?
So it happened the first, second play of the game. I went in for a tackle, and it's just, I'm not sure if it hit the ground or it hit the person, but it came out broken, and I don't think it's going to hinder me at all. Like a couple padding, a couple buddy taping it together, and I think I'm back normal. Like, I've been practicing with it. I've been playing pretty well with it, so I think it will not be a factor at all for the rest of the season. That's
great to hear. We're gonna need you out there this year. And now, what was the initial reaction on the sidelines and in the locker room after the game, after the play?
I mean, as everyone's seen, everyone's seen me spin the ball and wipe my face. That wasn't a celebration at all. Like, I was in utter shock. You can see the teammates on the sideline. Like, everybody was jumping, everybody was hype, even the coaches was hype. And going into the halftime, everybody was walking up to me like dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, which is the ESPN notification ringer. So I can say everybody was genuinely excited, and it's just a memory for me.
Now, being able to see yourself on ESPN, Good Morning America, even Snoop Dogg's Instagram, how does that make you feel to see yourself spreading through social media?
It's actually just unreal. Like, as a kid, you just dream of just this much happening all at once. So all I can say is it's just unreal, and I'm just blessed for it all to happen.
Now, this is just one question I do gotta ask you. Were you always dreaming of having some kind of moment like this when you were a kid playing, youth football and all that good stuff?
Yes, I feel like any sports kid that just happened, you want to make that buzzer beater 3-pointer to win the game. You want to make a one-handed catch. You want to, just make the game-winning goal as a soccer player. Those little moments. That's just memories you can cherish for your whole life.
And especially with those moments in life, how do you feel like this will do to help you, improve throughout the season or just get more motivation? Do you think this catch will, help you out with that?
Yes, it puts me on I want to say a pedestal, a high pedestal. So I want to have to stay there. So it's keeping me level-headed, that I have to play at this level this whole season, so I can keep this much attention on my name.
And now, kind of talking about that a little bit, how do you stay focused and kind of maintain your performance after experiencing something like this?
Like I said, I just got to stay level-headed with it, knowing that I have to keep this attention on my name if I want to make it to the next level. So I just have to keep playing from week to week, game by game. I have to just keep my head ready on that game for that week. So that's the biggest thing that I have.
And now, do you have anyone that's kind of helping you out, throughout the process, helping you stay level-headed, like coaches, teammates, family, or friends?
The whole team. I want to say the whole team is helping me. Even though the catch, everybody's excited and stuff, my teammates and my coaches, they let me know, okay, it's the next week now, make a play this week, just get ready for this week,
Gotcha. So you kind of keep that hey, this happened, but we got more to compete with, next week.
Right.
Now, going into next week, do you have any expectations for the team?
I'm expecting to win. I feel like we worked all week. We've been working all summer. I felt like Utah State was a hard-fought loss, and you always get better from week 1 to week 2. And I feel like we're eager for this win. We really want this win. So I feel like I'm ready. We're all ready to play for this weekend and get this win.
And do you think that game at Utah State kind of prepared you guys to head up to the Joe and play Edinburgh this year?
Yes, it's you want to see where you at. Playing each other all summer, you get tired of hitting each other. So you see where you are leveled to your opponents. So playing Utah State for the first game, a really good opponent, it's just going to prepare us for the season.
No, I got you. Now with that, with playing a team like Utah State, was there any jitters on your end going into the game, kind of feeling that way?
I wouldn't say jitters, but I feel like any athlete has butterflies going into a game, especially playing way above your division level. So even seeing ESPN saying there's a 98% chance that Utah State will win. So you coming in with I wouldn't say a chip on your shoulder, but you're the underdog coming into this game. So everybody's eager to get this win. So that's why I feel like we were just playing so hard. We actually wanted to, we wanted that game really bad. Even though we came out with a hard-fought loss, but we wanted that game really bad.
And I do have a question about your defensive counterpart, Tyrus Harvey. Now, he had a pretty baller game that day, too. Can you tell me a little bit about your guys' chemistry and how you guys, work with each other on and off the field?
Tyrus is we best friends. That's my road dog. We ride at practice. We eat together at the cafeteria. We always with each other. So that's my road dog.
And hey, that's good. You always got to have one of those road dogs with you. But I just wanted to say thank you, Rob, for your time today, and we're going to send it back to our anchors.
Thank you, Amir, and thank you, Rob Carter Jr. You are an overnight sensation, and I know you are proud of yourself. Looking forward to seeing what you do this season for the Colonials. Now, when we come back, we've got some soccer to go over, and cross country and golf are back in action. And later in the show, you won't want to miss our best ever yet top 5 plays.
Colonial Sports Center. Let's see it, Steve. Women's basketball.
Found my heart out there in the open. Trees make you feel smaller. Can't help but get lost again. If I need a break, know where I'm going. Where the water's flowing, I'd rather be floating. If it's something that can count on to be free.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. Before the break, I talked about how we have some more soccer coming up. And Cam, I'm going to throw it over to you for some men's soccer right now.
Men's soccer, they were here home at the NAC taking on St. Francis, a big opponent who they have had their fair share of history with. They have played 33 times dating back to 1991. But you could say this is kind of a rubber match in the long series. 15-15 in their history together. Let's see if Robert Morris can pull out the victory. RMU was able to. We're going to pick it up here. We're going to see what is going on with the Robert Morris St. Francis game. As I told you, they have played each other more than a few times. RMU coming into this game 0-1-1, St. Francis 1-2-0. So RMU looking to get that first victory of the year. And here Anas Hadran is going to play the ball in, and he's going to find Chase Gilly, who sends a rocket off of the top bar of the goal. RMU up 1-0 just 10 minutes into the first half. Chase Gilly with a beautiful goal there, rocket off of his right foot. Now, St. Francis is going to play a long ball in here. It's going to go off the head of the Robert Morris defender, and a beautiful touch by Fabian Wagner goes over and into the Robert Morris goal. Usually you see a lot of soccer goals scored with all the power in the world. This one was all about finesse. Nothing the Robert Morris goalkeeper could do there.
Let me tell you, that may have looked easy because the goalkeeper was out of the net. But let me tell you, the precision needed on that made that incredibly difficult.
Into the second half, someone needs to make a move here. 1-1. Dorian Gray is going to find Kai McLaughlin, and then he's going to find Lucas Paris, who's fouled in the box, and you can see the St. Francis defenders are just in shambles here. They cannot believe this has happened because everyone knows late game penalties in the box equal foul shots, and those penalty shots usually result in goals, as you're going to see right here. Right off the goalkeeper's fingers, RMU up 2-1, and that score would end up holding for the rest of the game. Here, St. Francis is going to do what they can to give it just their one last try. Going to try and wipe a ball in here, not really close to the goal. That was the last-ditch effort for St. Francis. RMU would end up coming out on top based on the Lucas Perouse goal after the foul.
Yeah, really good matchup here. You can see here almost a foul in the box, but RMU holds out in the end for a really well match all around. Offensively, defensively, good match for the Colonials here in the early season against a rival. Now, we're going to move on to women's soccer again, and they played West Virginia down in Morgantown. Now, these two teams have never actually played against each other, but back in 1997, Robert Morris College played WVU, and they lost 5-0 on John Jay Field. So with a matchup 27 years and a rebrand in the making, let's see how women's soccer fared in this one. Now you can see Robert Morris University in their first game against West Virginia as a university lost 2-0 here, and that makes it 4 consecutive games without a goal for the Colonials. Really need to find an answer there. Brenda Murray, not a great save percentage there, allowing 2 goals on 4 saves. West Virginia just kind of easily swept them on this one. Not really too much pressure on them on goal here. And so Colonials just need to find an answer up front if they're going to have more success this season.
Now on to volleyball. The volleyball team is looking to take a step this year. Danny Doherty has been here for a few years. It is finally time for them to do what they can. With Danny Doherty having his full team that he's recruited, they were down at the Spartan Classic. Let's see how that went for the team. This is day 2 of the event. In day 1, they lost 3-1 to UNC Greensboro, ended up winning 3-2 against USC Upstate, 1-1 at the place, and then they won this one 3-2 against the Missouri State Bears. Missouri State won the 2nd and 4th set, and RMU won 1, 3, and 5. Hillary Adams had a great game. Ashley Wallen had a great game, but Natalie Stepanovich ended up making the all-tournament team at this Classic.
Really good start here for Colonials volleyball after a struggle last season. Good to see here a nice win versus the Bears in that one. Now, coming up after this, we're going to look at the newly released basketball schedule, some exciting in-city matchups, and of course, those top 5 plays are still on the way, right here on Colonial Sports Center.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry. I'll see you later.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Hello and welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. It is time for my favorite part of the show, top 5 plays. Casey, I'll bet you $5 I know what number 1 is.
I'm not going to take you on that bet. So we're going to get right into top 5 plays here. We're going to start with football, but maybe not what you're thinking immediately. Well, maybe what you are thinking, because number 1's a doozy. Number 5 here, we start with the second quarter. Powell is going to get the handoff here. He finds a hole, breaks a tackle, makes a spin move. He's running towards the end zone. Can he find it? Stiff arm touchdown Colonials. They take the lead versus Utah State after one of the best runs you'll see here. A struggling team last season running, but right here, that is not a struggling man as he stiff arms into the end zone.
Now on to the number 4 play of the week. We're watching some football. Here, Spencer Petras is going to look and throw his second interception of the game. This is his second one to Harvey. This is his second interception of the game for Harvey. Tyrese Harvey with the fantastic interception. He had Spencer Petras' number all week. He ended up getting the NEC Defensive Player of the Game as a result.
Harvey with a great play there. Now we move on to number 3. It's men's soccer versus St. Francis in the midfield here. Pass might have been offsides, but it's put through here. It's going to be a layoff by Herjon to Chase Gilly. That's off the crossbar, and that's a goal. Chase Gilly, the consistent star for the RMU Colonials men's soccer team. Here he gets the layoff, and a sweet finish off the crossbar. Nothing the keeper's going to do about that one as much as he puts his hands up there at the end.
For the number 2 play of the week, we're going to watch some soccer. Here, some tic-tac-toe and a great save by Emily Rocco. West Virginia thought for sure they had a goal after they beat the keeper, and Emily Rocco makes a fantastic play to keep the ball out of the net. Now here is number 1.
Number 1. Cam, you owe me $5 because you didn't say it's Rob Carter Jr. and I knew it was. Bryson Barn drops back to pass, looks for a deep. Rob Carter spinning, interception. Unbelievable stuff. One of the greatest interceptions since football became a sport. He went up like Vince Carter and had a hand like Rob Gronkowski. Unbelievable stuff here. We've seen it a million times already, and I'm ready for 1,000,001. Look at that slow-mo action, Cam. I mean, what else can you even say?
I tell you what I can say. I think I could watch this play over and over again until I die. I genuinely don't think I need anything else in my life except that Rob Carter Jr. catch. I'm a huge football fan, and that is as good as football gets.
And that is as good as top 5 plays is going to get for a while. Maybe. We'll see what happens next week
Watch
at the
next
home
week.
opener.
You're going to have to figure it out.
We'll see what happens. You better tune in next week for Colonial Sports Center. Now we're going to move on to basketball. The basketball schedules for both the men's and women's team were released recently. And Cam, we both have some picks here. Cam, I'm going to start with you here.
I am really looking forward to seeing the St. Francis game versus RMU. St. Francis is a huge rival for RMU, and this year for the basketball team, I think if Justice Williams can take a step, this team can go into that upper echelon of the Horizon League.
For me, I'm looking at women's basketball at Pitt. They're going downtown. And in 23 matchups, they have 23 losses here for the Colonials, dating all the way back to 1983. But these teams have not played since 2006. So with new head coach, Coach McCabe, a lot of new players for RMU, I really think they do have a shot to at least not only be a competitive game, but a really good win. We'll see here later in the season on that one.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching both basketball teams this year. Now, Case, tell me what your game to watch is this week.
Well, we've talked a lot about football, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. My game to watch is the home opener for the football team this Saturday against the Fighting Scots of Edinburgh. Now, my players to watch, Anthony Chickett in his last home opener of his RMU career. He should be a really good factor for RMU this year, and he'll have a great game. And player to watch, Wilfredo Diaz, 22 tackles in the first game for Edinburgh.
22?
22.
22?
22.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Okay, we should watch out for him.
He's all over the field. I'm telling you, he's a mean-looking dude, and
all
he'll be
I'm
all
going to have
over
to
the
hear
place.
more about that after the show. But before we get out of here, I am going to tell you about my game to watch. It is women's volleyball versus Duquesne. RMU Duquesne, the big rivalry in D1 sports in Pittsburgh. No one cares about Pitt. Duquesne, RMU's going down to Duquesne this year, and RMU has their secret weapon, Natalie Stepanovich, just named to an all-tournament team. And the player they're going to have to watch out for from Duquesne is Carson Henshin, 28 kills and a 38.6 hit percentage, so she can be pretty deadly. The RMU Colonials might have their hands full, but I'm convinced Danny Doherty's team is ready to take the step this year. We've been talking about it for a few years. I picked them for my game to watch this year, but really, they're my team to watch for this year. I'm really, really excited to watch them.
Yeah, they should have a great rebound year, and man, we've got a lot of inter-city matchups this year, and volleyball, that's going to be a really good matchup, but we've got a little more time here. 22 tackles from Wilfredo.
22 tackles?
Yep, 7 solo, 15 assists in their first game. You know, it's 22 still.
Yeah, but it's 15 assisted.
Yeah, but he's still all over the field to assist.
Yeah, but I could assist a tackle.
I mean, but 15 in one game?
That's a lot. I don't know if I got the cardio for that. I probably got the cardio for like 2.
He's going to be all over the place. He's the player you want to watch this Saturday for Edinburgh.
Why are we pretending the player to watch isn't Rob Carter Jr.? Well, I mean, why are we pretending that?
We got to show a little light.
Who cares about Edinburgh?
We got to show some light to the Fighting Scots. And so we thank you for showing light on us tonight. We hope you shine your light on us next week. Thank you for joining us on Colonial Sports Center. See you next time.